Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was an ordinary boy, an average child with no sense of mission whatsoever. His grandfather and father were administrators attached to the Raja of Porbandar, a small state in western India on the shores of the Arabian Sea. The language of his childhood was Gujarati. In the Gujarat of the late 19th century, there existed a profound influence of Jainism. It was Mahavir who first spoke of the essence of non-violence, of not violating the harmony of nature. Mohandas's mother, a religious woman by temperament, introduced him to the teachings of Mahavir and some of the Gujarati saints and poets. The seeds of non-violence as a concept were being sown early in his life. On finishing with the boredom of academic stuff, the young Mohandas decided to go to England to be a barrister. Gandhi was a Vaishnav. He belonged to a class of people known as Vanyas, and they believed that going across the sea was a sin. So they excommunicated Mohandas, and he was never readmitted to this caste. His mother makes him promise to remember to say his prayers, not to smoke or drink, and not to eat meat. In London, he felt lonely and lost in an alien environment. He has himself recorded how he wept bitter tears, thinking of his mother and the comforts of home. In London, Gandhi was compelled to live frugally on his meager allowance. Much to Gandhi's surprise, there existed in London in the 1880s an active vegetarian society. Its members believed not only that it was wrong to kill animals, but that a vegetarian diet was conducive to better health. In London, he began to devour the literature of Western humanism. Mohandas read books on Buddhism, such as Matthew Arnold's Light of Asia. In Christianity, too, he found most appealing the concept of non-violence. He was greatly influenced by the Sermon on the Mount. Moreover, from Ruskin, he learned a comprehensive moral code, respect for the law, and harmony with nature. From Tolstoy he learned to value the dignity of labor and respect for the farmer and all working people. While his ideas were taking shape in his mind, he completed his studies and was called to the bar. When he returned to India, Gandhi did not do too well as a lawyer, partly because he was hesitant in speaking in court, but mainly because he did not believe in litigation, when negotiation could solve a problem out of court. This characteristic persisted throughout his life. He was fortunate when he was invited to go to South Africa by a group of Muslim businessmen. One of the biggest physical, emotional, and moral shocks of his life occurred when he entered a first-class railway compartment. He had a reservation, but because some whites were to travel, he was thrown out. Even so, he did not hate white South Africans. He hated the system, and he decided to fight it. It was in South Africa that we see the beginnings of tolerance in Gandhi. The Boer War broke out between the Dutch settlers and imperialistic Britain in 1899. Irrespective of who was fighting who in the Boer War, Gandhi chose to work in an ambulance corps to look after injured Africans. Not only injuries in war, social injustice of the worst kind was inflicted on non-whites. For the most part, the whites treated them like chattel or animals and referred to them as dirty dogs. It was in response to this inhumanity that Gandhi helped to found the African National Congress. After Gandhi, Nelson Mandela stands out as an honorable example of finding a way to liberate a people from oppression, want and poverty. When he was released from prison, Nelson Mandela came to India to receive the Bharat Ratna, India's highest award. The Gandhian spirit of tolerance and reconciliation was evident after Nelson Mandela became the President of South Africa. On his second visit to India, he said,
India was the first country to voice the abhorrence of apartheid to the world. We salute you in the name of the African National Congress and the millions of the oppressed, fighting people of South Africa. India's link with South Africa in respect of the liberation struggle thus goes back to the days of this great man, Mahatma Gandhi, whose 21 years stay in South Africa are looked upon by us as important years for humanity. With that historic background of our fraternal struggle, we are here to further cement fraternal commitment to continue till victory is achieved. Our victory will be your victory. Indeed, victory for the entire world.
Gopal Krishna Gokhale, a doyen of the freedom movement who had visited South Africa, had been so impressed by Gandhi's weapon of satyagraha that he invited him to return to India. Gandhi was given an enthusiastic welcome by everyone, except of course the British and his own caste. In the midst of celebration, Mohandas was still an outcast.